Hi, welcome to Ranger Country. I'm Peter.
And I'm Lawrence.
And we're here today to have a look at the fantastic Webley MKVI Revolver in all its guises.
Yeah, we've got a few different options for you today. We're going to shoot them with, it should be a nice in-depth review. Let's get into it.
So we've got three models here with us, Lawrence, three different lengths of pistol barrel. Now, we start off this end, a bit of a snub nose here. We've got a 2.5 inch. Now, they call this the civilian, don't they?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, probably bound to a civilian have a use for something like that, but...
Not anymore.
No, yeah. This day and age, it's hard to imagine.
That's the 2.5 inch. We've got the 4 inch up this end, which is the police model. Is that what they had in your time? Did they? No,
not in my time.
Oh,
but probably a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay. Have had this. They were just coming out. They were just phasing out
in the 50s, maybe.
So this is the 4 inch, and then we've got the 6 inch battlefield up front here. What was it called? Service revolver.
Service revolver. Yeah. Now we've gone for the original finish, haven't we, on these? Yeah. Now they do also do it's like a weathered finish. They call it a battlefield finish, don't they?
Slight addendum to that. They call it the battlefield finish in the 6 inch service, the one that was on the battlefield. Yeah. But these two they just call aged. Because obviously they can't call it battlefield because they weren't on the battlefield.
Okay.
There's only the 6 inch that call battlefield. The other two.
They haven't called that one Backstreet.
That's the Birmingham spec
and that one. Sort of flying squad. Yeah.
Unfortunately not. No, they missed a chance there.
They did, yeah.
They are quite simply 6-shot revolvers. They're the genuine old .455 caliber to the exact same specifications as the original things. We've even got these fake shells. We've got these sort of fake shells where the pellet goes into the back of, and these drop into there.
Now they say they're made from the original blueprints of the original Mark VI Webley revolver, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is great.
They've got all of the original markings. They've got allegedly the patents from 1915 as well on the side here. All of the original markings. Unfortunately,
they've got that right. Mind you, it's
for the 21st century. We've got warning, please read owner's manual on the side in white. Whereas the others...
One of the problems, I think, with these replicas is they're so much like the real thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think, sort of law enforcement would, your fingers can be over that anyway, if you encountered somebody in the street with that, you would struggle to make that out from a real one, wouldn't you?
I mean, they're probably going to be in a top hat and a full coat and say, "Oh, bloody, I tell thee."
Is that how it goes?
Bit of an old. That's my
olden speak.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like this is the kind of pistol that you're gonna.
No.
That's going to be in the wrong hands.
Well, you never know.
This is kind of collector spec kind of pistol. I think what shows that is on the back of the boxes and on the instruction manuals.
Let's have a little look. It gives all the films and the gaming platform credits as well.
All of the films and all of the games that these pistols have appeared in.
Yeah. 1964, the film Zulu. Right up until...
I saw a 2019 on the instruction manual.
Did you
I think the boxes are probably less up to date than the instruction manuals probably are.
There's a 2010 there. There's a couple of 2010.
There's a 2011 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Quite a rich history.
Very rich history.
One for obviously the history nerds, the pistol nerds for you.
Yeah. Over 300,000 of these were produced between 1914 and 39, and they were used in both the World Wars. Now, they are same weight as the originals. I mean they're about a kilo, aren't they?
Yeah.
2.2 pounds. So that's quite a lump. You imagine having that in your holster on the battlefield.
Along with the bullets for it, and then with spare ammunition as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. That's 25 years. They made 300,000 of them.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a lot.
There must be an awful lot of the real ones still about.
Yeah.
In different places. But I mean, you don't have to be a history buff, but for history buffs, I mean, they're an ideal thing, aren't they, collector?
Yeah.
They're actually a little snippet of history.
Yeah. 100%.
And when you watch, I mean, for instance, Blackadder, set in First World War, this is what they'd have been carrying.
Well, probably the real thing, not like the CO2 pistols. I can't imagine.
Would you trust Blackadder with a real thing? Probably not Baldric. Probably not, but now these are field strippable, aren't they? Now it says field strippable on them.
Yeah.
But reading into the small print, it says you remove that screw, and you can separate the barrel from the body. So if you wanted to clean it and such like, probably more akin to the real thing.
So not necessarily field strippable, because field strippable would to me mean. Well,
I bet you could, but you'd probably never get it all back together because there's a lot of little springs and pieces and whatever.
Well, you'd have to use a screwdriver. To me, field strippable means you just like push a catch up and the thing comes apart, like on the Glocks and a lot of the sort of modern pistol looking things.
Yeah, like a Colt M4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
But obviously, it's just like the real thing. It's not like they've changed anything for the CO2 gun.
Now, interesting on these, you can shoot them in either single action or double action. What that means is single action is where you pull the hammer back, and so one pull, the trigger is directly attached to the trigger, and one pull, and it goes off. Double action means you can pull the trigger, and it will actually draw the hammer back and cycle the cylinder. Especially on a real pistol, it does take a lot more effort to double action shoot. So I think you get the most accuracy always with single action. But bit of fun on these pistols, you know. They're
But obviously, it's much faster to fire double action.
Yeah.
You'll see when I shoot in a little while, I'm going to be putting it onto single action each time. So I'm going to cock it back, take my shot, and bang. That will, like you say, preloads the cylinder round, and it makes it much easier to shoot. They've all got the rifle barrels. They do come in pellet and BB versions, but these are just pellets that we've got here today.
The BB versions aren't rifle pellets, are they?
No.
Aren't rifle barrels, because they're obviously the BBs are steel. It's the 4.5mm steel BBs. They
are a little bit cheaper as well, the BB versions of these. So if you just want one to put on the wall, I guess that's the cheapest option. That's probably your best option for that.
But if you are going to shoot it, I always think the rifle version that takes the lead pellets, it really is worth it because you get far less ricochets.
Yeah.
You know, when you shoot if you shoot a BB at a hard target, it's going to come back at you just as hard as you've thrown it at that target, and it sort of dodged the BB as it comes back. As we've done many times.
Yeah. Now, in terms of shooting, it will be the 6-inch that I'll be shooting today, just because, well, in theory, I guess it should be the most accurate, and it's the frankly most popular. Power-wise of them, they all seem to be about the same power. So
that's interesting with the different barrel lengths, isn't it?
Now, normally a longer barrel means there's more distance for the pellet to accelerate through, and therefore more powerful. The fact that the 2.5-inch is the same power as the 6-inch leads me to believe that you'll just get fewer shots out of the 2.5 and out of the 4-inch than you would out of the long one. So I think from a usability point of view, I think the 6-inch you'll get more shots out of it, it'll be a bit more stable because it's a bit longer. They're all about 1.8 foot-pounds. So
it's not bad, is it?
No.
That's not bad.
310 feet per second-ish, somewhere around there, all about 1.8 foot-pounds. So plenty enough for target shooting, for tin can shooting, and that sort of thing. So yeah. The thing with pistols, for us, on these reviews, is there's not a huge amount to talk about.
No. We normally waffle about something.
Yeah, we have done so far.
Yeah.
But are we about ready to shoot them?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So we've heard all about the pistol now, Lawrence. Let's see what we can,
give it a
what
go.
you can achieve with this. You with the better eyes.
So we've got the 6-inch 177 Webley Mark 6 here today.
There's quite a lot of choice of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
If you wanted a collection of the whole lot, you would you'd have quite a cabinet.
Yeah. So obviously I can load directly into the breech here, or I can take the bullet, I can take the shell out, we should probably call it, take the shell out, and you can preload these if you wanted. You could buy extra, preload them, and then they just drop in. Just like the real thing, exactly the same dimensions, ready to go. Right, so I'm not expecting much from this sort of pistol. It's not a target pistol. I'm not going to win competitions with it.
I'm not expecting much from him, in all honesty, but I think these sights are fixed, aren't they? I think you said their sights are non-adjustable.
Yeah, but it's shooting a little bit high, but not too much. I can't count. I think that's 5. Yes, that's 5.
I thought I counted 6 in the first place.
There we go. We're both wrong.
Punk was obviously feeling lucky.
There we go. Means nothing to us because we can't see the target. So we will grab the target in
blind. Yeah.
and we'll go into straight conclusion, I guess.
So, Lawrence, now we can have a look at your shooting. Do you want to comment on that?
No.
No. So I'll just hold it up to the camera. I don't know if the camera can see it. Probably better if the camera can't see it.
Yeah, we'll grab a still and put that in.
Yeah.
The shooting was absolutely fine. It's not a target pistol, and I am not a target pistol shooter. It was...
So we did say that the sights weren't adjustable on them, so...
Yeah.
Can you have that as an excuse?
Probably not.
No, because they're all over the place anyway, so... Yeah.
It's plenty enough, I would say. That's going to hit tin can from 10 meters.
I think with quite a bit more practice, you would be.
Yeah.
You would close that up.
Would half that
You have got 2 shots there within sort of 4 inches of each other there, haven't you?
4 inches.
Yeah, they've broken the line, so so 2 are very close there.
Yeah. It's as I say, it's not a target pistol. I don't think many people will particularly care how accurately it shoots.
Tin cans are going to be great fun.
Yeah,
to be honest, it really is.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What else can we say in the conclusion? They're really, really well built.
They are well built. They're really, yeah. They're very nice. The CO2 is housed in the pistol grip.
So there's a little indent for you to be able to get your finger into there, peel that away, and that exposes the CO2.
Yeah.
You've got a little belt loop.
Belt loop, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have it on a lanyard, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So there's a belt loop on the underneath here, and that is what you use to unscrew and screw in your CO2.
It's surprising that the civilian one's got that. I can understand it on the battlefield, and to a certain extent the police one, but why the civilian?
I guess it makes it cheaper to build because if they're doing 1 for 1, it's a pivot point, isn't it?
Is it?
It's a screw words.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's how you do the CO2 up,
yeah.
basically.
You need something to turn with.
It's not a pivot point.
No, it's... I can't.
Just getting him back for all the times that he picks up on my usage of wrong words here.
Words are escaping me. Yes, really, really well built. Solid, like you said, it's about 1 kilo for the 6-inch.
Yeah.
But they feel well built. They've been very, very reliable for us.
Yeah, they have.
But I think most people are just going to be having them on the wall.
Yeah. A lot of fun. I will just conclude it, I think, with a lot of fun. Few Coke cans, kids in the garden.
You're not... Those are separate things, right? You're not shooting at Coke cans and kids in the garden.
No, I mean shooting
with kids in the garden.
With kids in the garden at Coke cans.
Just
Sorry,
clarifying.
just to clarify that. Yeah, yeah. Lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer evening.
Really simple to use as well. Obviously, we saw when I was shooting it, you can fold the barrel down, put the pellet straight into the cylinder, into the shells, and you're away. The shot count of them, I was getting quite a few shots out of them. I didn't do a full shot string, but I was getting 40-ish shots at least out of the CO2.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Right. Perfect. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
And
as ever, I think our catchphrase is get your hands on one.
Yeah.
Have a feel, see what you think yourself. And yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.
Thank you.